Okay, so here we are again. Remember to push the timer this time. Okay, so we're back to Ralph's line. And again, we're back with this big dome, and this big dome is coming up to here. And I'm really, really kind of excited to do some kind of lizard or some kind of crocodile or something like that would just give me that lovely fat body, and that's what I'm going to try to have a go at here. And I don't have much space there, so I'm going to try to make it a very short, chunky animal. There's something beautiful about spending your day drawing. You know, I kind of wake up very early, and I love the idea of just waking up and just grabbing some paper, grabbing some ink, and just exploring, just relaxing and letting something happen. And I'm quite sure that's probably similar to a lot of artists, that it kind of gets to a point where you kind of finding this kind of adrenaline fix, you know. It's like you kind of get to a stage where you're doing so much of it and you're drawing so much that you've got to try and keep yourself excited, you know. And the only way that I've found to do that is by actually testing yourself and seeing where you could draw, what you could draw, and just letting your mind open and your mind draw something that you didn't even think about. And that's one of the beautiful things. It's like just kind of letting your mind wander, letting your mind just take you somewhere. And that's one of the beautiful things about being an artist, that sometimes you're not even sure where it's taking you. And some of these experiences have left me to kind of draw something, and then I'm kind of looking at it later on thinking, oh my God, that actually worked out really well, you know? And that I love this whole kind of surprise that it gives you, this whole kind of, I mean, it keeps you excited as well, this kind of, what is going to happen this morning? What is going to come out of your head? And here I'm going to try to bring in this very big, very overly fat crocodile. Let's see if I can bring that big mouth in there. That's looking nice. And again, we're using Ralph's original blot to keep that shape, which really will be beautiful once that's kind of come through. And once we put these two drawings together, we're going to have some really lovely shapes. Well, we hope. We haven't tried yet. I'm going to give him a big, fat, chunky legs. Giving you big, gnarly toes, you know, those big, chunky kind of claws that crocodiles have. This is a brilliant idea from Ralph to kind of give us this pleasure, this excitement of actually finding one of his lines to start us off, and for us to kind of take it to the next stage. I mean, how many chances do you get? You know, when I saw this, I was just so excited. I was like, brilliant. That means we're going to be doing a drawing together with Ralph Steadman. This is just like half and half. It's like, there's the lines. What can you do? What can you show me? And it's like, oh, I was just so excited. I left it a little bit late. I should have started this, but here we are, and we've done like 4 drawings or 5 drawings in one morning. You know, over the space of the last, what, 2 hours? God knows how long this video is going to be. But we've put it together in a very rapid, very exciting way, and you know, we're kind of finding things as we go. Okay, so I need to have a little bit of a couple of toes there, so it shows that he's kind of taken a step forward. And another one there, so it's kind of shows him in motion. And I think this is the first one that I've actually turned the camera on as well, so I was going to try and do like the time lapse as well for these, but I kind of got too excited and it all got kind of, so you'll have a couple of them there, but cool. I've used up a bit too much space there, so I'm going to have to find a bit more space later on. So here's where the fun begins, and here's where I'm going to bring in a brush here, because this is really exciting with what Ralph has done there, bringing that lovely curve in, and I'm just going to add to it. I'm just going to kind of give this idea that it's part of his line, you know. We're kind of pushing those two things together, and we're going to have his line up here, and that will be his line coming in there, which I'm just going to put that guide in, because what I want to do is I want to do those lovely big chunky kind of spines, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what you call them, that are on the top of the crocodile, you know, those big chunky parts. I'm going to put a couple of them in there. I'm sure that's the type of thing that Ralph would have probably added if he was doing it. And that's just on top of where his line's going to be. And then we're going to no, that's it, following up the tail. I'm going to whip the top of that tail over there, just to fill that space up there, give us a little bit of extra. I like that one. That's come up really nice. Oh, I'm really glad I got the camera working on this one, so I'll be able to put in a couple of speed drawings on this one, and you'll be able to kind of see how it's come together. And you'll see actually over the time lapse how quickly these, you know, if you're fired up and excited by it, how quickly things come together. I hope Ralph likes these if he ever sees these. I don't know if he's going to be seeing this, I don't know. Hopefully. And that is our fabulous, absolutely gorgeous, chunky crocodile. Let's just fill that space up there because it's a bit empty up there. Wonderful. So there we have our big, chunky, gnarly crocodile built on Ralph's line, and hopefully when that line comes round you'll have a lovely big thick back on him, and that'll take us up onto the tail with where he's done his lines. Beautiful. Very, very, very happy with that. That's going to be a nice one. That's going to be very nice. Fabulous. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the fun. I hope you enjoyed the whole drawing experience through this. And 5 minutes, let me put this away and we'll do another one. How exciting.